Recently, several improvised explosive device blasts were carried out inside Kachar district of Assam allegedly by miscreants from Mizoram. These blasts signal the re-emergence of long unresolved Assam-Mizoram border dispute. Mizoram is located in the northeastern part of the country and is bounded by Myanmar to the east and south and Bangladesh to the west and by the states of Tripura to the northwest, Assam to the north, and Manipur to the northeast. Assam is another northeastern state. Assam covers an area of 78,438 square kilometers and is bordered by Bhutan and Arunachal Pradesh to the north, Nagaland and Manipur to the east, Meghalaya, Tripura, Mizoram and Bangladesh to the south, and West Bengal to the west via the Siliguri corridor. The boundary issue between Assam and Mizoram has existed since the formation of Mizoram, first as a union territory in 1972, and then as a full-fledged state in 1987. During colonial times, Mizoram was known as Lushai Hills, a district of Assam. Mizoram was granted statehood in 1987 by the State of Mizoram Act, 1986. Assam became a constituent state of India in 1950 and lost much of its territory to new states that emerged from within its borders between the early 1960s and the early 1970s. The two states have sparred over this 164.6 kilometers long interstate border over the past, sometimes leading to violent clashes. In India, interstate disputes are multifaceted. Besides disputes over boundaries, there are disputes over sharing of river water, and migration also impacts the federal polity of India. The dispute stems from two notifications passed under British era. First, notification of 1875 that differentiated Lushai Hills from the plains of Kachar, and second notification of 1933 that demarcates a boundary between Lushai Hills and Manipur. Earlier in June 2020, two abandoned houses along the Mizoram-Assam border were burned down by unidentified persons, fueling tension along the volatile interstate border. Following this incident, the border dispute between the two neighboring states has started again, with both accusing each other of encroaching on their respective territories. According to the Mizoram side, people from Assam have violated the status quo as agreed upon between the two state governments a few years ago in no man's land to trigger the present crisis. Mizoram claims that the land is theirs is based on an 1875 notification, which came from the Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation Act of 1873. Assam claims that the land is theirs, which goes by a 1933 notification by the state government that demarcated the Lushai Hills, which Mizoram was formerly known as, from the province of Manipur. The border between the two neighboring states is an imaginary line that changes with the natural obstacles of rivers, hills, valleys and forests. People of Assam and Mizoram have attributed the border conflicts to the differences over this not-so-clear boundary. Hence, often people living in the border areas cross over to the other side as they are not fully aware of the border demarcation. Boundary disputes between the states can be settled by using satellite mapping of the actual border locations. Reviving the Interstate Council can be an option for resolution of an interstate dispute. Under Article 263 of the Constitution, the Interstate Council is expected to inquire and advise on disputes, discuss subjects common to all states and make recommendations for better policy coordination. India is the epitome of unity in diversity. However, in order to strengthen this unity, both the center and state governments need to imbibe the ethos of cooperative federalism.